Hi everyone, we have some pretty big news today, so I'm just going to get straight to it. In addition to the continued development of Stronghold 4 and of course future games from us here at Firefly, as a studio we are also now going to be publishing other developers' games under a new label called WuselFaktory. In the 25 years, quarter of a century since the release of Stronghold 1, we've had some amazing good fortune in the strategy gaming space, and it's high time that we shared that with other passionate developers. To kick off our publishing journey, we have already found a really cool medieval fantasy strategy game made by a pair of super talented developers that we think you will love. And I'm really excited to say that we'll be publishing their awesome game into early access on Steam later this year. 2026 has already been a huge year at Firefly with our recent Stronghold 4 announcement, 3 big Crusader updates and DLCs, but we are just getting started. So what is this game and who are the 2 intrepid developers behind it? We actually met development duo Ben and Gareth last year, the 2 talented individuals who make up new indie developer Loot Donkey, and we were immediately drawn into the world and strategy mechanics of their debut title, which is called Fool King. Fool King is a tactical auto-battler, where you face off against the armies and tactics of deceased players, all of whom were once challengers to the Fool King's throne. Each run will see you raise an army, customize your troops, and battle against the ghosts of real opponents. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and supplant the Fool King. As fellow strategy developers, we saw lots of our own DNA in the game. This included open field skirmish combat, high unit counts, and an atmospheric game world. Then, after playing the early demo a bunch, we were hooked. Tactical combat has always been a cornerstone of our games. So to see that kind of gameplay brought to life in a new genre, world, and art style was incredibly exciting for us. Fool King is a game we think you'll love. It has a stunning art style, strategic thinking, deep replayability, loads of character, and most importantly, the mechanical depth that got us started in games in the first place. And when it came to signing it, it also didn't hurt that the developers themselves are just lovely human beings with an infectious passion for their debut game. You'll be hearing a lot more about Fool King in the coming weeks and months. But for the time being, please head over to the game's Steam store page, check out the reveal trailer, and give it a wishlist. We also want to address any concerns that this new venture might take away focus from our internally developed games like Stronghold 4 and Crusader. Starting in 2022, we established 2 internal teams for our core games, with our Unreal team working on Stronghold 4 and the other developing our 2 definitive editions in Unity. By setting up these 2 teams and keeping them focused on these projects, we are more dedicated to making these core games than ever, and so far it's going really well. Fool King, on the other hand, is being developed externally, so the work we're doing to publish it later this year is not distracting from our 2 internal development teams in any way. The major thing we have in common is that whether it's Stronghold, Fool King, or something else entirely, going forward we are 100% focused on making this type of premium traditional game. These are the games that we grew up on and the ones that we enjoy playing today. So our mission going forward is to develop and now publish the types of games that both you and we love playing. It's an exciting future and one we hope you're looking forward to just as much as we are. Now, if you're curious about what kinds of games we'll be publishing, or perhaps you have a game of your own that you'd like to submit, then let's talk about that real quick. As the name WuselFaktory implies, our publishing label will be all about strategy games with a loving attention to detail. These are games where you can build something up, be it a fortress, colony, or indeed an army, then watch it all play out beautifully in front of your eyes. We are open to publishing anything that comes under the broad umbrella of strategy, which in 2026 covers a hugely diverse range of subgenres from RTS and 4X to city builders, management games, survival, and in the case of Fool King, awesome auto-battlers. The games we fund and publish will of course be ones we're excited about and that we can't stop playing, but also games that we think both you and the wider strategy community will find hard to put down. For the time being, we are also just staying focused on this one game. We're going to be putting all our efforts into supporting the developers and doing everything we can to make sure their debut game is a big success. Between Fool King, Stronghold 4, and some other stuff that we can't talk about just yet, we already have a lot going on here at Firefly. Suffice to say, it's exciting times. And now with the reveal of Stronghold 4 and Fool King, it's truly full steam ahead for Firefly.
Sorry, go again, that's my bad.
If this future sounds as awesome to you as it feels to us and you want to hear more about our games, you can wishlist both Stronghold 4 and Full King on Steam right now. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with the latest here at Firefly, then hit that subscribe button. So here's to another 25 years of Stronghold and Firefly. See you next time.